Welcome back. We're still kind of putting a bunch of stuff together out here, and the next purchase I made was the arrow saw. This is a Modsaw, and you know, I'd been doing some research and stuff. This just kind of made more sense to me because, you know, I can check arrows, make sure they're spinning good. I can true up the ends on them. You know, obviously cut arrows, got the vacuum attachment to it. It just kind of made a lot of sense. They were, I think when I bought this, it was $169. I'll put a link to Modsaw down below. Not sponsored, nothing, just paid for it on my own. But anyways, I thought, you know, it's pretty cool. So I was just going to put it through its paces and see what I think of it. There's kind of a little bit of a twist to this. Sanlida Archery had sent me a bunch of arrows. I've got actually a couple dozen over here. These arrows are the Dragon 10s. I don't know anything about these. Total transparency, they sent these to me for free. I'm just going to try them out. The straightness on these is supposed to be 0.001. Not part of this video per se. I'm going to test these out, but I do need to cut these down. So I'm going to cut these here for my kid, Cody. You guys, most of you all know Cody. And he is shooting, I believe it's, now I'm just measuring carbon to carbon here. I believe he's at 26.5, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he's 26.5. So I thought, you know what? Let's cut this dozen down for him and spin some stuff up, kind of see how this all works and see what I think of it. So let's do that. Why is my vacuum not turning on? I suppose if I want my vacuum to turn on, I should plug it in. Well, that made pretty quick work of it, that's for sure. Okay, I had the saw set at 26.5 inches, and they are on the money. I wonder if I can find my silver Sharpie. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just take a silver Sharpie here and just paint the end of that. Yeah, like that. Let's see if you can see it. So I just put a little silver Sharpie on there. So what I'll do real quick then is I'll just put this on here, put a little pressure that way, and of course keeping it down on the bearings. It doesn't take much, I found. And that's it. Let's take a look. And all the silver Sharpie is gone out of there. Just like that. That one's good. And then, you know, as the sandpaper wears down, this just unscrews. And then there's your piece of sandpaper. And it's got a sticky back to it also, so it doesn't rotate when you're spinning arrow shafts on it. And it just sticks right to the head of this piece here. And screw it back in. Okay, I'll get the rest of these done here, and then we'll start gluing in some inserts. Just for fun, I'm also checking I'm just truing up the backs here too. So let's move this bearing down a little bit so we can clear the fletching. Right there is fine. I did check a couple real quick. I didn't see any issue with them at all, but I'm just, well, why not? Just why not? Okay, I got them all done, so I'm just curious. Boy, they're looking nice and true. Now, since I mounted this over here, but I want a place to work. When I built my bench, I built it so I could spin it around and have a nice workbench. Okay, I've got the inserts that they came with. I'm going to be using black fusion glue. I've got some Q-tips here, and this is acetone. I already did this one here. Take a look at this. That is dirty. That's one arrow. That's all the dust from the carbon, from cutting them. It is important to, oops, clean the insides of these pretty good. Eek. Nasty. Just nasty in there. And then people wonder why their inserts come out. They're always blaming the glue, and it's usually not the glue. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's some glues out there that are not very good, but I can tell you though that I do prefer acetone over rubbing alcohol. I think it does a better job when it comes to this. Okay, make sure you shake this stuff up. Get you an insert. I'm not trying to get too much on there, just a decent coating. I know that probably doesn't do you any good, but, and then I'm going to spin this, get it in there, wipe off the excess, and then I'm going to stand this arrow up off to the side so it can dry. It dries pretty quick, but I'll set it over here. Then we'll get to the next one. Just trying to, I'm not really putting a lot on, I'm just trying to spread it around the knurling here on this insert so I know I've got good coverage. And just spin everything, push it in. I got just a little bit of squeeze out, not a ton. And stand this up in the corner. I went ahead and I put the nocks and everything back in. I put a Beast broadhead on this. It's brand new. This has never been fired. And you can see the line here. That's really good. So we'll check a couple of these here and see. That's in good shape. Okay, so I came across one arrow. This has nothing to do with the Modsaw, but I came across one arrow and I verified that it's square on the head there. The insert went in nice and square. The arrow itself, there's something going on with the arrow itself. You can see that there. All right. So what are my thoughts on the Modsaw? I think it's for the money because you can do multiple things with it. You can square up the ends of your arrows. You can, check them for trueness. It's got the nice vacuum attachment, spot on measurements. It's a very nice saw for the money, I think. I don't regret buying this at all. These bearings here also are adjustable in case you're running like, a crossbow or something, you want to check your bolts or whatever. But, it's, I think it's nice. It's really good. One thing that I think is excellent with this is, you can check this. That one's perfect. I did find 3 that weren't great. One in particular was pretty wacky, actually. The other 2 are, they're borderline. They're actually not that bad, but I'm a little picky, so I'm gonna make a mark on these, on the fletchings on this. But it's, you know, just having the tool to be able to tell you, you know, is there something going on with the arrow itself? I did verify it. It was the arrow too. It's nothing else. But so the Modsaw, pretty happy with it. Got a lot more arrows to start doing up here too. But just wanted to start with this, and we'll post another video on these Dragon 10s. I'm just kind of curious to see, you know, how they fly. Are they strong? You know, they're cheap. They're cheap arrows. Are, you know, they're a budget arrow, and I know, you know, some of the arrows out there. I shoot the Rip TKOs, and they're not cheap arrows. You know, I know a lot of people can't afford those. They're expensive. So, you know, anyways, bottom line, Modsaw, good deal. Yeah, absolutely. I like it. Multifunction, it's great. So, with that, I've rambled enough. We'll see you next time.